So imagine this for a second. A police cruiser is parked directly on active train tracks. Inside that cruiser, in the back seat, is a handcuffed suspect, unable to open the doors, unable to move freely, and completely trapped. And then, a train appears. But before we get to that moment, we need to rewind. Because none of this starts with a train. It starts with road rage. In 2022, a 20-year-old woman named Irani was living in Colorado. By all accounts, she looked like a normal young woman. Nothing about her appearance screamed violent criminal. But that night, something snapped. She was driving through town when she got into an altercation with another driver. The situation escalated quickly. According to the other driver, Irani began tailgating him aggressively, riding his bumper and refusing to back off. And then, things took a terrifying turn. He claimed she pulled out a handgun and pointed it at him. He called 911. "There's a woman pointing a gun at me," he told the dispatcher. And that call set everything else into motion. Officers were dispatched immediately. A short time later, one of them spotted Irani's vehicle and activated his lights to pull her over. But she didn't stop right away. Instead, she continued driving for an extended period, something officers would later point to as suspicious behavior. Eventually, though, she did pull over. Unfortunately, she pulled over at the worst possible place. Her vehicle came to a stop right on a set of train tracks. The first officer stopped behind her and made a decision that would later be described as catastrophic. Moments later, a second officer arrived and parked behind the first cruiser. Both officers believed they were dealing with a potentially armed suspect, so they approached cautiously. The officers exited their vehicles and immediately began shouting commands.
Turn around! Turn around! Turn around! Put your hands up higher. I want you to set your phone down at the edge of your truck.
She was handcuffed without incident. Throughout the arrest, she seemed confused and concerned, but not combative.
Keep your hands above your head.
Don't move.
What's going on? Why am I being... We'll explain everything in a second. Can I get my cell phone, please? No one else is in the truck, sir. Can I please get my cell phone? We'll get it for you.
Her main fixation wasn't the gun accusation. It was her phone. She kept asking for it back.
You that's gonna poke me, stick me, hurt me? No, ma'am, but can I please get my cell phone? We'll get your cell phone in a second. Is there any weapons in the car?
Ready?
No, ma'am, there's nothing on. There's no weapons in the car? Okay.
Once handcuffed, Irani was escorted to the back of the police cruiser, the same cruiser still sitting on the train tracks. She was placed inside and the door was shut. At this point, it's unclear whether she even realized where the vehicle was parked, and she was focused on what was happening to her, not what was coming toward her. Meanwhile, the officers went back to her truck to search for the firearm she was accused of brandishing, and they did find one.
Pull over.
I got a holster right here in the passenger seat.
Okay. It took her a very long time to pull over. I'm going.
Did you see her toss anything?
She could have, because it took her a long time to pull over.
In the background of the body cam footage, you can hear it. A faint sound at first. A train horn.
She could have, because when I was behind her, she was driving slow enough.
Yeah.
So she could have tossed something, but I literally...
Tossed it out the window?
She could have, out that
But the
window.
horn keeps coming, and it gets louder and louder. Inside the cruiser, Irani can now see what the officers can't. A freight train is approaching, fast. She's handcuffed, the doors are locked, she has no way out. She begins screaming. One of the officers hears it. You can hear the panic.
Time check. Oh my God. Oh my God.
They look up and see the train barreling straight toward the police car. There's no time. No attempt is made to unlock the cruiser.
Move your car!
The officers do the only thing they can think of to do in that moment. They run. The train slams into the cruiser at full speed, launching it violently down the tracks.
Patrol car was just hit by a train. Dispatch up to 346. Status medical emergent. The suspect was in the vehicle that was hit by the
They
train.
rush toward where the cruiser landed, and what they find is horrifying. The vehicle barely looks recognizable anymore. Metal is torn apart, Glass is shattered. The car appears to have rolled multiple times. Somehow, unbelievably, Urani is still alive. She's conscious at first. Shortly after, she loses consciousness.
Conscious and breathing. She can't talk, but she's moaning.
Copy that. Just one?
Just one.
Copy that.
She just went unconscious.
Paramedics arrive and rush her to the hospital. Doctors discover the extent of the damage. A traumatic brain injury, 9 broken ribs, a fractured sternum, a broken arm, broken teeth, severe internal injuries. She undergoes multiple surgeries and remains hospitalized for a long time. Physically, she survives. Mentally and emotionally, the damage is harder to measure. Imagine being handcuffed, unable to move, watching a train come toward you, screaming for help, and being completely ignored. That kind of trauma doesn't disappear. When the body cam footage is released, the public reaction is immediate. The video goes viral. News outlets everywhere pick it up. People are furious. The question everyone asks is the same. How could this possibly happen? Leaving a handcuffed suspect locked inside a vehicle parked on train tracks violates basic police safety procedures. This wasn't a minor mistake. It was a colossal failure. The fallout is severe. 2 officers are criminally charged, not just disciplined, not just sued, but charged. In 2023, 1 officer is found guilty of reckless endangerment and third-degree assault. She's fired from her job and sentenced to probation and community service. In court, she acknowledges her role and publicly addresses Urani.
You went through never leaves me. If I can ask anything, Urani, anything, please do not use this experience to hate other police officers. You can blame me, and you should.
Another officer accepts a plea deal for reckless endangerment, receives probation, and is also fired. Careers ruined, reputations destroyed. Once Urani recovers enough to leave the hospital, she hires an attorney. She sues both police departments involved. And in 2024, the case is settled out of court. $8.5 million. A massive payout reflecting not just physical injuries, but emotional trauma that will likely follow her for the rest of her life. So, where is she now? Her social media shows her living life again, something that easily could have been taken from her that night. 1 wrong parking choice, 1 missed warning sound, 1 moment of inattention, and a life almost lost. This story isn't just about a train accident. It's about complacency, bad decisions, and how a chain of small mistakes can lead to near-fatal consequences.